I'm really excited because the business has had a phenomenal year, and our track record, despite COVID, has been to grow from year and year and year since we established the business in 2009. So we're in the position now where we're looking to hire an experienced consultant who will come in and both win business themselves, but be able to deliver that business. And the business that we're talking about here is to work on senior recruitment in the HR specialist space, ideally on a retained basis. So over the last year, we've been able to pivot our model so that most of the work we're doing is that senior retained operation. And I have the opportunity through excess demand to offer someone almost a ready-made desk that would see them leverage a 300k billing field and be able to work with some super clients across a variety of industry sectors in our space. So our team is small, and yet as part of the Heads Resourcing Group, we have the opportunity to be the specialist. So the notion for me of inch wide and mile deep is to become the true trusted expert in your field. Now, Heads Resourcing Group, encompassing the Procurement Heads brand and the Executive Heads brand, is structured in a way that enables us to focus on key industry practices. So just like most professional services, you would become that expert in that field. And across the HR space, we're able to do the same. So what I can offer is a desk for somebody that fundamentally will become the HR specialist in the industrial sector, or the HR specialist in the financial and professional services sector. The other sectors that we focus on are consumer, pharmaceutical, public sector, and then ultimately an interim offering as well. So if someone has a network in a particular field, then we can accommodate that. If someone has a passion to work in a specific area, we can definitely engage with that. And we hope to be able to populate the team with one person in each of those practices as it grows. Absolutely not. And I say senior, so to caveat that, what I haven't got is the capacity in the business to train someone from scratch. Could we train someone a little bit? Absolutely. Could we train someone in the heads way? Yes. Could we train someone in retained search if they haven't done it before? 100%. But what I fundamentally need is someone who has experience in selling, somebody who knows how to build a relationship with a client and challenge in the appropriate way, somebody who is not afraid to pick up the phone and ask all the questions. That's got to be innate. So they might have done that as I started my really early career in the financial services space, recruiting accountants, or they might have done it in another professional services area or something like architecture. It doesn't really matter what the recruitment speciality has been, we can teach the HR knowledge. It's the ability to really operate in a consultative way that is key. Yeah, we have a really dedicated and mapped out program of development. So we've got a couple of layers that we operate with that. The first is delivered through Paragon training, and it will enable you to follow the fundamentals of recruitment and ultimately walk away with an MVQ qualification. The second layer is that we're members of the recruitment network, so the TRN offer a continual professional development program, and for us that's really the sweet spot. So whether you're a billing consultant, a billing manager, or looking to develop your skill sets beyond coaching, etc., then there are programs that we can engage with that can support your own passions and development needs as you go in that space. And probably unlike many recruitment businesses locally right now, what you've got is a leadership team here that with a combined effort have, dare I say, something close to 100 years worth of experience, and the opportunity to work across the brands but with many different specialists is something that I know is lacking in the local market, and I think shouldn't be underestimated. I don't think any business is operating that way right now. So no, and I don't operate that way, to be frank. I'm a mum of a boy who's doing his GCSEs this year. So that ability to work with a degree of flexibility is really important to me, and I would expect someone to want that coming in, parent or not. For me, it's about being available to your client. It's about managing the expectations. Rosie works with me currently 4 days a week, and we can entertain that. Ideally, it wouldn't be the same day that Rosie has off. But we operate on a hybrid model. We have offices both in Hedge End and in Winchester, so we can base ourselves out of either of those. We have childcare arrangements in place, so it might be you start late and finish late, you start early and finish early, you do a bit in the office, you do a bit from home. All of that is about having an adult to adult relationship and conversation, and we can work most things out. If I can say yes, I always will. So the website probably is the first port of call. We've got a Work For Us page that you can read a little bit more about the culture and what we're all about and what we're trying to achieve here. I'm on LinkedIn. Please feel free to reach out. It would be great if you wanted to connect, send me a CV. We'd have an absolutely off the record, confidential conversation just to get a sense of what you've got going on, whether what I can offer is right, and have that. Second stage would normally be a Teams meeting, either with myself and a colleague from within HR or maybe the procurement brand, depending on availability. And then we'd bring you into the office, and that would be a face-to-face meeting, again with myself and some other team members, just to make sure there's a good cultural fit for us, but for you as well. It's got to be the right thing for you. So for you to come and check us out.